Uh, we are talking about the dangerous offerings. Dangerous offerings, when we received, when we accept these things, through doing some ritual things for the benefactors, and we should to stop talking about worthless chatting. Here's another also from having any mastery of the true phases of the meditations. Such a people who may at least know the word of the ritual do not even better to recite those purportly. Here's the far from having any mastery of the true phases, the generation phase and dissolution of perfection phase, according the ritual sadhanath. And or as we can to say the generation meditation, dissolution meditations. There's nothing kind of, they don't know, maybe even that they didn't heard. And the meaning of this true. And it's like a true yogas, generation yoga, dissolution yoga, or the great path of the Mantrayanas. They don't know like some such peoples or some doers or the ritual things, who may at least know the word of the rituals. Maybe someone knows only the wordly to follow up the rituals, sadhanath, how to do the pujas, ritual for the benefactors, and in order to receive the dangerous offerings. Then is do not even bother to recite those purportly. Bother as kind of even they know only the wordly, they don't know the meaning. Most vital point is the generation phase, dissolution phase, or the meditations. They don't know nothing. And maybe even they know about the worldly rituals, but also that they didn't properly, don't recite. And it's like kind of the very lazily, maybe beginning you start followed, but in the middle you are sleeping, or you are like kind of thinking others, doing other things. And therefore it's like this sort of the doer of the ritual for the benefactors is not perpetuated. And worse still, and very is like worst, terrible things. The moment they get to the mental recitations, the most important part, they start chatting. It's the truth. Sometimes it's like in the sadhanath, most vital point is the mental recitations. And during the mental recitations, like a kind of big purification, big meditation, most important element. But when we are rich in the mental recitations, and then they start, oh Maham Benzangarpe Masada, yeah, okay, it's like start chatting. And that is also is not correct. That is also worthless chatting, destroying the meditation during the mental recitations. And mental recitation is like when you are recite the mantras, and when you are like unpurposely or the like unpurpose pronunciationally to recite 100ly to properly, correctly to recite single one. The single one is more benefit rather than 100. So. And if you are like recite properly, and then it's like a recite, or during the mental recitations, you visualize the deity properly, which is like kind of the more important. Maybe during the mental recitations, more to have samadhi in the meditation on the creation dissolutions, more than that, like this, like how to say, better than that, recite the kind of proper mantra. Or maybe it's like no meditation very well about the generation perfection phase, and but you recite it properly to correctly recite the mantra. Maybe also it's good, but when you are during the recite very correctly, Pali's pronunciation, everything's but if you have visualization, focus on the deities, more profound, more bigger. And therefore, otherwise, it's like lose on an endless stream of irrelevant gossip, full of the desire and aggressions for the whole of the occult allocated time. This is the destroyers. Destroys for themselves and others. And during the mental recitations, and we lost like intention through the meditations for the mantras. And one is like mental recitations, very much relaxed. And post meditations, the body is relaxed, verb, and then it's like malat, and at the same time recite the mantra, but a lot of gossip things talking. And then it's like, this is like the kind of the, how do you say, it's like destroying and our like kind of the accumulation and doing some positive things. One is like recite mantra, but one you start the gossip, and then there is the such desire and aggressions. And according to this desire, attachment, aggressions, destroying the way you are doing the virtual things. And therefore, we are in the middle, no conceptualizations. No conceptualizations prevented all the disturbing emotions, like desire, aggressions. Then they cannot destroy our own positive doing things. Otherwise, when we have during the some positive things, and we have such desire, attachment, or aggression, hatred, and these disturbing emotions can destroy all our positive actions. And therefore, in the middle, very important to have no conceptualizations. And also in order to maintain the no conceptualizations, maybe to stop the worthless chattings. And we are like kind of started the gossip and worthless chat, and then we lost our long meditations. And therefore it is very important during the mental recitations. And it's the most important that monks and lamas should give up this kind of chatter and concentrate on the reciting their mantra without talking. And generally speaking, the monks, nuns, lamas, when they do the ritual things, And or it is the generally also is like they reduce the talking kind of things, particularly nonsense chaptings, or like kind of the gossip things. They should to abandon. And when they abandon like kind of the gossip things, they should to recite the mantras, and without the like kind of the talking chap. And therefore, and our like when we call the Dharma practitioners, we need to have mindfulness, this kind of petty instructions. During the like kind of doing some Dharma activities, it is the much important to give up like the nonsense chatter or the gossip things, and focus on when we are doing some ritual things on the generation stage and dissolution stage. That is the most important. Do you have how many questions? Okay. Questions?
Thank you, Rinpoche. Luisa asks, Dear friends, my question to Rinpoche concerning Chapter 4. First of all, I would like to thank Rinpoche for these valuable teachings. This is a great opportunity in difficult times. First question. Business world and banks are mainly based on advertising products and make as much money as possible. And for that, they do dishonest and illegal things sometimes.
Which companies? Whose?
Business world and banks. Business world and banks are mainly based on advertising products and illegal things. And make as much money as possible. And for that, they do dishonest and illegal things sometimes. Do the workers also share this bad karma if their motivation is only to earn a living and not exactly cheating others?
Also, surely some part is coming negative effect, but it's like you don't know. Maybe it's a workers you choose to do. The doer is the like administrators, but administrators to telling to the workers you should to cheat like this and that, then workers to cheat it. Yes, there is negative.
Thank you. Her second question, how to deal with repeated negative circumstances coming from bad actions in past and present lives in our practice, if our practice is feeble and full of obstacles too. Thank you, Maria Luisa.
Okay. Yes, this kind of happened. We need to deal it. No need to complain. If you complain, if you like kind of more in the depressed, anxiety, and doing nothing, then maybe more and more worse. To to get the self-confidence, and also it's like to think maybe present situations not that bad we are. Maybe someone is like half body is lost, but still they are alive. Top of there is no food, no cloth, no shelter. And in these situations also they can to deal, they can to manage. They are not very much suffering. And therefore, sometimes it's a little bit uncomfortable things happened. We need to deal. Sometimes in this life, big kind of serious something problems. Yes, that is we need to try to prevent, try to avoid. But of course, sometimes we have a lot of imagination. We have a lot of kind of the doubt, and this sometimes also is very much dangerous. In this case, we serious to check which kind of problem in our life. Maybe we sick, maybe we have problem. Problem is means it's like kind of how do you say it? War, sickness, and also it's like a lack of food, clothes, many different perspectives. Like now it's like you can to say, oh, now it's worse. Look, pandemic, and everybody need to stay at home. Someone sick, scaring, panic, like this. Yes, this is like kind of situations. Maybe it's like someone say appreciate very much. Why? Because they can do more to be together, families at home. And someone says like I can to make a more retreat, to meditate and study and practice things. Of course, our mind is maybe sometimes very funny. You have more opportunities, more greeting, more sad, more problems. Maybe that is, of course, is some karma. But if we recognize that is the negative action on the past, then this is a kind of purification. Why we can to like a kind of the complaint, and we just accept to say, okay, I have mentally problem like this, physically problem like this, verbally like this. Maybe this is like kind of my purification, and to more focus on your own liberation path, maybe more better. But sometimes it's according to our disattachment, according to the aversion, according to the ignorant. We have so many different kind of the, how do you say, noise, and many imaginations is coming. This is maybe is a not really big deal, and maybe it's better to a little bit to control and self. Everybody has sometimes imaginations, but everything is like if you want to avoid, to establish, it's very difficult. And therefore, I think openly, tolerantly, and much better. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Anatoly Garkusha asks, Buddhists in southern Siberia, they do vodka offerings. Is this considered a black offering?
No, this is not black offering. This alcohol offering is kind of come from the Bumbo tradition, and also it's like some worldly traditions. Some spirituals believe some spirit there is, invisible things, then you offerings. But Buddha, wisdom deities, you don't need to offer alcohol, these things. It's not black, it's just imagination.
Thank you. Lena Petrovska, she says, wow, yesterday the wall behind Rinpoche was empty, and today there are such miracles. How did this become possible?
Everything is possible because of the true nature of the realities. Everything is possible.
Emi Nakamoto,
Nakamoto.
she asked, if I understood that if Lama without qualities received the dangerous offerings, he is in trouble. But what about benefactor who made such offerings? Does it mean he needs to share the same karmic result?
No, no need. because you're the benefactors, your the motivation's very good. But if your motivation's not good, and why you are like kind of donating things, donating sometimes is the benefactor different. You do not donating is like donate purely through the compassions. For example, if you donate to the Lama or donated to the three jewels, donated to the poor beggar, and making generosities, and you nothing expectations, pure donations, pure like kind of the generosities, much better. Otherwise, it's like I give you these things, and how you respect to me. I offer to this one how much I have benefit, virtues. This sort of the like kind of it's not very good for the benefactors. But it's like you choose to make generosities or like kind of donating. After whatever they do. And even there's like they doing the acceptors, they buy alcohol, they buy whatever they do. The responsibility, no problem. Maybe they accept without qualities, maybe they go to health benefactor, don't need to go. And?
Yes. Regina says, Regina says, Rinpochela, Tachidile. Explain, please, about black donations. I didn't explain, please, about black donations. I didn't understand. Thank you.
This black donations. For example, I used black alcohol. What does it mean, black alcohol? Because alcohol you drink, you sick, headache, destroy your liver, and maybe it's not very good. Therefore, black is adjective. Adjective you used for the donation, it's black because they translated it dangerous. I already said it's like, because it's like, this can make cause of the low rebirth. Bring maybe it's negative things. Therefore you call the black. Finished. Okay. Okay, maybe we can do a little bit to continue to talk. Now the 8 negative actions. 8, 9, 10, 3 are the negative action or deeds. It's related to the mind. And the first one is you call the covetousness. Covetousness. Covetousness, or the like kind of the acquisities, desirous to the others' belongings. Therefore, covetousness very much dream, hope, and also is like a kind of demand, greeding, and like this kind of covetousness. And to have, to see someone has beautiful things, if I have, that is more nice. And how I can to get in the most important things for me. And thinking day and night, follow up this kind of dreams. Like this, covetousness included all the desirous or accusative thoughts. Desirous is adjective. It's like kind of the such desire to others' belonging. And also it's like accusative, also same. It is the desire, like particularly to have. It is like others things to see, we are eager to have that. And also it's like very much strongly to want to catch, to want to have. This kind of thoughts is we call the covetousness. And that is also is the negative. Which kind of the negative? And it can create a lot of desire. And also if you can't get, maybe it's like you try to use different skill, methods to get others' beautiful belongings. You can't get, you're angry, and also disappointment, and also you have such a desire. And therefore, covetousness is motivated by the desire attachment, motivated by the anger, hatred, to get that. This kind of lot of like covetousness. You say it's like someone is like covetousness to making the sexual misconduct, covetousness to making the kill. They're like taking life. Covetousness can make the stolen, and covetousness to making like a harsh word, lying, gossip. Many there can occur. For example, I would to say is killing things, covetousness. Maybe someone has kind of you see the elephant, and the elephant has huge every tongue, or they're like a fang. And according to your design, maybe this every if I have, maybe I will become rich. And maybe you have chance to kill or to cut. Maybe you can, some such people has strong covetousness, and you can't do. Diamond, you have such covetousness. In order to need to kill this owner, maybe your covetousness desire is too strong. Covetousness is like motivated by the desire. In order to get that, maybe you can to kill. And also stealing is included that. Sexual misconduct. Some you see the beautiful woman, beautiful man, handsome men. It doesn't matter married or not married. And you have the like kind of your envy, the covetousness, and like a kind of the motivated by your disattachment. It's a kind of the very funny things. And one is like a couple, there is, I don't know where it is, and the husband all the time is working. And lady every day is a kind of free, go to in the library. And then she is reading books. But this owner of the library is a funny guy. And then it's like, he sometimes, you are every day is coming here. You are so beautiful, very nice lady. You are reading what? And she said this, yeah, you can take whatever you want. Okay? And then she's bringing, next time coming, he prepared the tea. And would you like the cup of tea? And yes. And then he was very much interested. And then it's a covetousness, according to desire. Maybe if I have this kind of wife, to give you suggestions. Am I good for you? And she said, what are you talking about? I'm already married. Doesn't matter, don't worry. And then it's like, she says, maybe it's like, let's fun. And very funny things, she doesn't want totally, absolutely, but he manipulatedly, according to his covetousness, and did. And of course, once they did, then they fall in love. And they need to go to there, of course. There's no doubt. And he need to prepare. And then it's like one day, The husband says, wow, why? My wife every day need to go to there, something wrong. And he ordered downstairs this guy, how is it, make a camera and picture how they did everything, send to the husband. And then it's like he received all the informations. And then it's like one day it's like he's ignored, like kind of nothing knowing. And you are every day going to this, the library. What are you doing, sir? Oh, I need to reading. I'm searching something different things. Are you sure? Oh yes. Are you sure? Oh yes. Nothing else. Okay. And one day it's like this guy's birthday or something. Make jokes, but and she gives some present to her. But that is the most favorite her husband's things. If you're telling to me seriously, it's okay. You cannot, it's like envious or the, how do you say, it's covetousness. And you can't do it. He said, no. But, and then it's like, he says, where you received, and he was so stick heated, but accidentally killed. And then finally, it's like kind of very much disaster things happen. Like this, sometimes covetousness also makes it a sexual misconduct. Therefore, covetousness, it is a very much negative things. When we see the something belonging things, when we have a covetousness, motivated by the kind of the disturbed emotion, maybe anger, maybe jealousy, something, we need immediately to control it. Therefore, we need to contemplate how it is the greedable it would be if those wonderful belonging of the there were ourselves. Greedable, like a kind of to have. How I can to get that day and night. Whatever belonging the others things, so we cannot to have notions. Them also is like a kind of negative action of the covetousness is not very good. Therefore, we need to cut, to abandon covetousness. Like this, okay, maybe we can to stop there, or would you like to continue? You want to stop there, okay. Sonam de tamche zipanya toni pa dana pa. Yegana je valanti pa yesapan sol doka dowa sho shoncho semcho rambo che ma ye panama ye ye ba nyamba me ba ton qu'on est conde pelrasho semtien ne pa jenye pa jordane le tajer ndro Sho malamanta don den baton song hai de jendre paraton kandro sambo la so ni ji san don den jere ji chong don lao so no xian la panze la ya ta xi ni je de dele samba ye jendre pa chere ne me de che den bar sho kon ri dar vi korwe xin Pendant deva mal jone Sente pardo tanjur je Parda lami kose temba don Kanya yon la de shin jong wa don Dzogchen malu tsosa dzogchen ni nirda sonji salangu parshu. Shiva kanda yonda lama adang dharmi chiji pala long ji. Sadang lam je anten razo te dorjin chong kompon nir to sho.